Okay, let's do this. Hello everybody, I'm the Rogue Foreign, and we are playing
Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story.
Okay.
Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. His name is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
Okay, so this is quite nice actually. Yeah. So he's 12. Wow. Fiona, you'll have me go.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend. He possessed many qualities, but subtlety was not one of them. Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes and the flowers on the grave.
This is sad. God damn. I should be happy, but no, it's actually quite sad. Damn. I'm pretty scared. Sure, lead the way. Oh, we're playing again. We just follow. Oh, wait, oh. Tickle. Achievement. Found a charm. Can't do more of it. Ooh, B.
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book.
Huh.
That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed.
Is it?
Keep hold of it for now.
Okay.
Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
Okay. So what if I press on it? Okay. Yeah, got the reason I was looking for you. If you could ever get to that. Found the perfect way to start out summer. How's that?
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. You might be watching. Day 2. I'm not even doing that. We did some secure location. Mission control. Right, I just have to talk around. Then head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know. I think talk to you. I'll meet you at the welcome. Grand still kind of I don't do well with people. You can like coffee. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Get yourself over. Oh. Damn. Okay, so I guess I go in the house.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
You're joking, mate.
Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly.
Sure. Oh, I remember now. This is from the trailer. You can use these things as like words.
Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
Okay, do I go No?
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with the day of the week. A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Nope. Yeah, so I now understand what these charms are for. They are.
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch.
Okay, they must be upstairs. Let's go. Have we got something? Oh, yeah, we can.
Oh my, this is quite exciting.
No, it's not.
I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
Ooh, close.
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Huh. Mima. Cameras plate. Word. But inside closed.
Luca stared at his feet and muttered under his breath.
Let me wear my. Ooh.
Right, of course. I forgot about the pajamas. Just knickknacks.
Okay. This room. This room. I love the way this game is so.
Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air. Grand's moving in. Luca was
Okay, I'm just gonna skip this bit so I can. Oh, I can jump. Okay, this is new. So B opens that. Y, X. Okay, A to jump. B to open the backpack. Mima.
a beginner's guide.
Yeah, I don't want. See you later. What about exactly? No, it's
The less Grand knew, the better for everyone involved.
wow. We're just gonna go.
We were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth. Easy. Impressive. You've managed to. That is a sing. I think it's.
I screwed up. Whoa.
The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and in different terms, creating new branches. Luckily for us, this is the one and only turn point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate.
Ah. Okay.
It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
Let's try folding this.
We were just gonna go ponder for the day. This was Luca's chance to sell his alibi. Nailed it.
Okay. This game is really good. So if I check the tree. This game is real good so far. Oh, look at it. Stay out of trouble. Okay. Oh my god. Right, where's the way out? There's the way out. Beacon Pines. Okay, go.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Oh. More discover us.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
Oh, it was fun. Right, what do I do? New chest. Oh, one. Okay. Last night it was well. Are you sure? I don't power up. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about this. You would, Bubba. You would. Wait, wait, wait. It's just across your warehouse. I just met you said it's alright. Might actually go inside the warehouse. You're actually fine. Answers. Come on, fellas. Everyone wants to be fun. Oh, yes, hello. Fine. Go away. Oh my god. You're right. I don't even. Oh my god. Exactly. Let's go. Crash.
The boys had a good thing going, as long as they kept old Jeff happy. They had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
Where do I go now? Oh yeah, there it is. Go in. Okay, I'm just standing down. Oh, no, can't go. Guessing I go this way. Oh. Last chance diner. No window. So I need to get into the
Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later to use Onicle once we find more charm. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we? Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill. Holden Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon Beacon.
Okay. Goes this.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Just gonna skip this.
Holden the Beacon.
Going. Wait. The drugstore. Down. Reminder that she's still
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
okay. I'm guessing this way.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood. The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz. Luca often asked himself what Rollo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
Okay, gotta go around. Go that way. that way. What is this?
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained.
Ah.
1 more to go.
There we go.
The fence's buzzing gave way to silence. Every kid in town knew the old Valentine Fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life. There was only one way to find out. Luca thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better. The sound of footsteps grew louder. The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end? I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy, but don't let that discourage you. We will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it. From here on out, a charm will have a check mark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit. As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce. The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag. Rollo felt around at the large sack which burdened them. He snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag. Rollo held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster. Lucas sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rollo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rollo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luca carefully lifted the lid, and nothing. No sign of Rollo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luca clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. That is enough of Beacon Pines. If you want to see more, like this video, and yeah.